Welcome to the story room, guys. This is Yang bringing you another weekend preview or weekend hot picks, guys. So, what we got coming up this weekend? March 29th, 2019. Got a lot of good stuff this week. So, first up is Dumbo. Look, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. I'm not a big fan of Disney just freaking remaking all of their animation library into live action stuff. I mean, some of them have been pretty good. Jungle Book, I think, is okay. Beauty and Beast, not okay. I don't know how I feel about Aladdin or The Lion King. I think The Lion King will be good because they're all animals. And like I think it'll be like the Jungle Book, but just like with better songs, So I think that will be okay. Aladdin, I'm not quite sure. Again, I don't like how the genie looks, but I mean that's a topic for another day. Back to Dumbo. I don't remember the original story. All I remember is that it was about an elephant in a circus, and then the circus was running out of money, and then the elephant was bringing in a bunch of attractions. Well, because he could fly and stuff. That's what I remember of the story. So from the trailer, it doesn't give me much more than that. From this small description, we see it says a young elephant whose oversized ears enable him to fly helps save a struggling circus, but when the circus plans a new venture, Dumbo and his friends discover dark secrets beneath its shiny veneer. The problem with this trailer is that I don't see this dark secret anywhere in the trailer, which leads me to think, like, if we look at the cast, Colin Farrell is the main character. Michael Keaton is the support. I don't remember which one of these plays the ringmaster and which one will play the guy with the dark secrets who's trying to like destroy the world with the circus. I assume it'll be Michael Keaton playing the bad guy in the end, but I just didn't see him. Like I didn't see I just didn't see how the story was going to unfold. I didn't see any hints of these dark secrets. I mean, like, how dark can it be, guys? It's a circus, right? It is an hour and 52 minutes, which is pretty long. If we look at the original Dumbo movie, it's an hour and four. That's like 64 minutes, right? So they pretty much just added, like, they added like 50 minutes to this or 48 minutes to this thing. So what did they add? I don't know. They probably added the dark secret stuff. That's probably what it is, and more Dumbo flying around. That's probably what they added in. The beach bum, guys. I love me some McConaughey. Hey, McConaughey, yeah. And then just going down the cast, guys. Look at this cast. Other than McConaughey, you have Snoop. You have Isla Fisher, who's making quite the comeback. I do have to say, I really liked her when she first came out. Zac Efron, my boy. Zac, man, he better either be half naked or singing some songs in this movie. And then Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill hasn't acted in a while, or he doesn't act regularly anymore since he does more of the producing stuff now. So what is this movie about, guys? It seems to be about this guy who's a bum that's on the beach, and he's writing a novel of some kind, but from the trailer, it also seems that he's a musician and quite talented based on what the people around him are saying. But the thing is that he's a bum and seemingly a drug addict and a alcoholic. So it's about this dude who's trying to get his shit together, I guess. And we get to see all the hijinks that comes with that premise. This has the soul or the feel of something like The Big Lebowski, Fear and Loathing, has all of that vibe stuff. Aesthetically, it looks more psychedelic, like a drug trip type of style, which is, fine for a movie like this. I just don't see a plot. Again, I don't see any stakes. I don't know why he has to write a movie. I don't know why he needs to write songs or get over the way his life is. The trailer says that, oh, you must do this or else you're going to face dire consequences. So I don't know what these dire consequences are, right, guys? Again, I said I do like McConaughey, but I probably won't recommend you guys watching it in theaters. I don't see it as a visually striking movie to have to see it on the big screen, right? So maybe this is a video on demand experience. Diane, our girl Diane, guys. You see a movie like this, you're like, oh man, it's another one of those like art crap movies, right? But the thing is, I think these movies these days have really gotten better. There are some real gems out there, guys, and I think this one has on the surface all the makings of that kind of movie. It's about a woman named Diane, and she has a dark past that she needs to confront and face up. What that dark past is, it seems to have something to do with her son, who's played by Jake Lacey. I think this is his son. I'm not quite sure. And everyone around her, all her friends, seems to know what's up with her and her dark past. And she, at the same time, she's visiting other older women at the hospital, asking for forgiveness. So the whole movie revolves around Diane and her, in her words, her sin. It seems pretty good. I mean, it sounds alright. I don't know if it's a new like trailer making style that I'm just not seeing what the sin is. I'm not seeing any sort of like drama that goes beyond the trailer. Like, I don't see it escalating in any way, right? Like, I don't know why the story's happening now. Why is she facing her sin now? Why has she run from it for so many years, I'm assuming, and why is she coming back to face it now? What are the stakes that are forcing her to confront her sins, right? Which makes me to believe that the story will feel arbitrary and not very relevant. So even by reading this thing, right, like Diane fills her days helping others and desperately attempting to bond with her drug-addicted son. As these pieces of her existence begins to fade, she finds herself confronting memories she'd soon forget, then face. As these pieces of her existence begin to fade. What does this mean, guys? Like, does it mean she's like losing her mind, or does that mean like people are dying around her? I have no idea, and the trailer doesn't show me any of this stuff, so I'm like, what am I watching, guys? I mean, I don't know. A Vigilante. So I was really psyched about this movie when I heard about it a while ago, and the thing is, I like Olivia Wilde. I mean, you can say stuff, whatever about her, but I'm a fan of her. I don't think she's the prettiest person. I liked her a lot in House, and I've liked her in most of the stuff that she's been in, even though the movies she's been in have been average to below average. So A Vigilante is about this woman who is a victim of domestic abuse, and she has now taken it upon herself to help other victims of domestic abuse by being a vigilante and just kicking a whole lot of ass. What makes this different than other female-driven action movies that, have become so popular these days is that this movie looks more about the psychology of Olivia Wilde's character, Sadie. It digs into the post-traumatic stress symptoms of these domestic abuse victims, because we see Olivia Wilde just absolutely losing her mind in this trailer and just going crazy, consumed by her past and her fury for domestic abusers, right? And she takes it out on these other men, I'm assuming, of domestic abuse, but she can't escape her own pain that's gnawing away at her psyche. So that's all pretty cool. This movie has the opposite problem of the other ones that we've seen, is that I'm afraid that this plot might be too predictable. The story will start with her either already on the vigilante path, or we see that she has, flashback of her being abused, and now she's already on the road to, kicking some ass. And then how does the story turn from there, right? The most logical thing is that she will find a clue that will lead her to the man or the person who abused her, and she will need to, take her revenge on the guy who hurt her in order to really, solve her demons or exorcise her demons. And I don't see anything from the trailer that tells me that the story is not going to develop like that. To say that this is like a gritty, realistic type superhero vigilante type of story would be stretching it as well. Like, I'm not seeing a lot of cool action. What is the action? It's not like a kung fu movie. It's not like a martial arts movie. It's not like she has tons of gadgets. She's just like being super hardcore and training. So she's just going straight up and like kicking some ass, which is fine. But I just don't know how good the action is going to look. And if that's not going to be the focus of something like this, then what is? Like, again, it might be the psychology of Olivia Wilde's character, right? Like, how does a victim of domestic abuse cope with being abused? I think that's what this movie is actually about. March 29th weekend, what is it going to be? I'm still going to go with Dumbo. I think it is the safest bet. The trailer looks okay. I don't think the elephant looks as good as, how the Jungle Book animals look, or even the trailer for The Lion King. I don't know if they spent less money on Dumbo because they feel like it's a smaller IP or whatever. I don't think so, because if you look at the cast, man, like, me, they even got Tim Burton to do this, but I don't know about this elephant, guys. It just doesn't look that appealing. But once it starts moving and flying and the music and everything, I'm sure it'll be fine. Colin Farrell, Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, Eva Green, Alan Arkin. What a cast, guys! Like this right here, guys. Like these five right here. I mean, that should be enough for most people to get excited for something like this. Let me know what you guys think. If you watched Dumbo or any of the other 4 movies that are on deck this weekend, what did you see? What did you like? What you didn't like? Let me know, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.